Welcome back to the Substitutes, and it's been a bit of a whirlwind week. Majid, haven't seen you for a while. How are you doing, man?
I'm good, bro. How are you?
Yeah, good, man. A little bit tired. It's been that much information in the last while. The last time we met, we talked about the Super League. We talked about the birth of the Super League, and the next day it died. In the backdrop of all of this, something new has dropped in. The new Champions League format. Do you know about it? Have you seen it?
There's always something new, bro. Everyone's tired. I think the entire football world right now is just trying to catch up with all of this.
Man, the new format of the Champions League, that's just something they kind of just snuck in there. 32 from 32 teams it's gone up to 36 teams, so that's automatically more football. But they've gotten away with the group stages. That's one of the big things. They've now had it as like one league, one group practically, and you play against 10 different teams. Not home and away, by the way, 10 different teams. What do you think about that?
Uh, my first comment is if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I don't know why we need to tinker. Just as people are getting used to the format and really enjoying it, and the surprises are coming and things are happening, I don't know why they need to switch it up. The group stages in particular, now very specifically, I think it's such a footballing tradition. You know, you think of the World Cup, the Euros, group matches are where it's at, and the points and the goal differences. These are all nuances of football, and it's just weird that they're getting rid of it. And I also want to add, more football does not mean necessarily a good thing. That doesn't equate to better matches. That actually might equate to worse matches. More tiredness, more fatigue, more just at the end, who cares? Let's just get this one over with. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, you're not the first person to think that, by the way. Klopp and first I'm going to mention Pep, actually. Pep has come out and said, are they going to increase the amount of days in a year to 400? Like, there's just no time to play this much football. So on top of the additional matches, by the way, it was 6 matches home and away in the group stages. And then you would play
Yeah.
4 different teams from the round of 16 to the final if you made it that far. Okay? In this
Yeah.
new one, you play against 10 different teams, 5 home, 5 away. It doesn't like, and it's completely different. And it now speaks to the other thing that Klopp mentioned. He said a while ago he doesn't want a league where you play Real Madrid every year, basically. In this new league, one of the things they said is that they're going to be able to actually play the big teams more often. What do you think about that?
They're forcing it in, bro. They're really, really, I feel they're forcing it in. And uh, it's everyone here. So, in this entire football drama, there's only bad actors or worse actors. There's only dirty or dirtier or dirtiest. There's no good in any of these. The way I want to backtrack a little bit. The announcement of the Super League happening just before the announcement of this, it's almost like a Trojan horse UEFA sent
Yeah.
out. That, like, let's distract them with the Super League so that we can push our thing in. It's kind of funny in that way.
Well, it's like they kind of made it seem like when the new Super League was announced that they were the good guys. Like, we're gonna save football. Look,
Yes.
like we are UEFA. We do this. We're doing this for the fans, and then they just go away and they do this entire new format. By the way, this isn't the only reform. Like, they've reformed the Europa League. They brought down the Europa League down from 48 to 32 teams, and they've introduced an entirely new, what's that, UEFA Conference League or something for the third tier of football. So in a way, I kind of like that, but just because you get these new big teams, it's just about money. This is all that it's about. It's completely about money, and we haven't even gone into the group stages. Like, how do you qualify? Like, from that group stage, from the group stage, one league, whatever you want to call it, it's the top 8 teams automatically qualify. Now, this is a real kicker, by the way. This is the one I don't like. Guess, do you know there's a playoff system? Guess which teams are in the playoff system? From ninth to which club?
9 to 24 or something. Isn't it something
24,
ridiculous?
24, not even like 12 or 13, 9 to 24. Let's just take it away, all right? 24, and from 9 to 16 there's like a seeding system, and from 17 to 24, like, you basically, the higher you finish, you play from the bottom. What are they doing, man?
They are taking a page out of my friends over here, and they are really it is the McDonaldization, the Americanization of football. It is football becoming soccer.
It's
Because
Swiss
these
Swiss
playoff
model.
tournaments, they call it the Swiss model, but like it is what it is. It's a playoff tournament, which is very in the American system, it's very closely resembling March Madness. After you've got the 8 teams qualifying, and then let's have a playoff tournament for these guys. Football is cutthroat. The nature of the game, you can play for 90 minutes, be one up, and then lose 2-1 in 93rd and 94th minute. That's the beauty of it. Any team can win. With this current structure, they're letting the big teams in any way, shape, or form they can. And you're right, it absolutely is only about money. They keep hiding behind this facade or this marketing ploy or this marketing slogan that we're doing it for football and we're doing it for the lower teams. That's some BS. They're only doing it for the higher teams. They're trying to expose them to more football. They're trying to generate more revenues off of those games, and they're trying to create a bigger fan base. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but the way they're going about it is very roundabout.
So there's one thing that you touched about when you were talking about the owners and you pointed to the flag over there behind you. Now, you've referenced that it's very Americanized, the franchise model, things like that. Now, they've introduced 32 they've expanded from 32 teams to 36 teams. Now, do you know how 2 of those teams get in?
No, this is where it gets choppy. Please inform me.
It's the past performance in the last 5 years, even if you haven't qualified for the Champions League. So, you've talked about how they've taken influence from the American owners. Don't you think this is in many ways kind of like the Super League? They have received a little bit of backlash for this. What's the difference, if at all?
I don't know. I don't know. It's the Super League sponsored by UEFA. That's what this new Champions League is trying to be.
In a way, yes. In a way, no. Like, you still have to qualify for it. That part I'm fully for, right? But this model that they've introduced, like the last 2 teams, if you've done well in the past like 4 or 5 years, then you'll get in. That again, this whole last week, people have been talking about qualifying for the Champions League on merit. I don't buy that. Like, all this is going to do, they talked about the new Super League killing cup competitions in England. How is this more games for the Champions League not going to kill cup competitions in England? Nobody cares about the League Cup and the FA Cup unless you're going for a quadruple. What are the values of those competitions? I don't see any difference between the Super League and this new Champions League format. Like you said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
I'll actually give the Super League was at least easy to follow. Like there's 12 teams, they play each other, and number 1 will finish number 1. Here it's like it's just a weird
playoff
mix.
Format.
In Urdu we say khichdi, like you're just throwing everything into the pot and hoping something comes out, like a edible dish comes out. It's weird, and it's insulting our intelligence as well as fans and as stewards of the game. Like, we are shareholders in a very different respect. We are the revenue drivers, frankly, and it's insulting our intelligence and it's insulting our wallets. Yeah.
Well, so you're definitely no for it. Go back to the old Champions League model. I'm actually for changing this Champions League, maybe even putting in more teams. I'm okay with that. But why not just make it simple? Why not just make it, you know what, the top 5 teams from every league, the ones that are like recognized, France, Spain, Italy, your Germany, the top 5 teams, they all play a tournament. They all play the Champions League together. Why not have sort of just 25 teams, the best of them, 2 groups or whatever? Very simple models. None of this coefficient, and we're not math degrees. Like, we don't have, like, I don't understand this, again, and it's clear that it's just for the big teams. It is, but I disagree with you on the fact that it should just be like from the 5 big leagues. I think that they should open it up to other leagues, like, for example, Turkey, Portugal should definitely be in there as well. Like, they've got historic clubs there. The whole point of the Champions League is that anybody can win it. But the last real upset that we had was, I could be wrong, but I think it was Porto in 2004. We're not going anywhere near that. This whole new model is about looking after the big clubs It's about getting more football, generating more revenue, and in many ways, I don't see how it's different. I think it's exactly the same. Let us know.
So when I say simple, I mean just keep it like with your 5 powerhouse leagues or whoever. You always have the top 5, and then you have the extra spots for these Portuguese teams, the Turkish teams, the Luxembourg, like Liechtenstein, whoever. But like, keep it simple, keep it stupid. Fans just want to see the football. We don't want to spend time doing equations and figuring things out. And this whole legacy model of, if you've done well over the last 5 years, you'll get in. Why? Where's the logic behind this, except for the fact that we're trying to force big teams, what they call big teams, in? Like, where's the logic behind it? I still want to see people question openly, UEFA, FIFA, whoever's running this shindig, that why are we doing it so confusing? Why can't we just keep it simple, keep it stupid, and play football?
That's the way the game is going, man. The game, with the launch of this, well, with the launch and death of this new Super League, like, people just want more money. People want to make things a bit more complicated, and us fans, we just want to watch football. We just want to enjoy football. I feel like the romance of football has been slowly going away with all the new money that's coming into the game. More games are being requested because of this. They just want to make money and get away with it. Let us know what you guys think in the comments below. Anything you want to add?
They do. Sorry, I just wanna interject here with one thing. With both the Super League and this new Champions League, I'd like to meet a real life football fan like you, a friend of mine, or anyone in the pub who thinks these leagues are a good idea. So my point with this is, these companies are massive organizations. Massive money is spent on them in terms of marketing, in terms of branding, in terms of just thinking about it, right? Where is the focus group? Who are the people sitting in these focus groups saying that, yes, this is a good idea, we want this to happen, the coefficient model is brilliant, and we want this to happen? Because regular football fans like you and I, none of us seem to be with it. None of us are down.
But this is the thing that they've been talking about for the last while. Like, you see it in people who, like Solskjaer has said it in the last while. He said that they're not consulting the players. A lot of managers, a lot of players have even come out and said, like, you see it in news stories as well. Where were the fans consulted? Perez is talking about the Super League is going to save football. We need to change the format to football. Who are you talking to? You can't just talk to TikTokers. That's
absolutely.
But this is the thing. Like, I don't know. Like, you've seen the surveys that are done. Younger people they didn't mind the Super League, not as much, by the way. It's not like they're in like the 50% of young people feel that the Super League should come in, but still a few of them were like, yeah, it's cool, whatever. But it's only us older fans who've been around the block, who've seen football for a very long time. We like it to be down and dirty. We like to be fighting up until the 90th minute or the 95th minute, as Klopp keeps saying. Like, you fight till the 95th minute. Like, football is genuinely about giving it your all, about playing, or unless you're Mourinho, playing amazing football. But nobody is speaking to these clubs, these players, these fans, most importantly the fans, about what we need for reform.
Well, there's a contradiction right there. Perez is saying that younger fans are not watching 90 minutes, so why are we playing 100 more games with 90 minutes in it?
Well, he wants to change that format. Like, eventually he wants to change that format. But again, yeah, you're
I would be okay with innovations to the actual game as opposed to innovations to the tournament. I actually wouldn't mind. Try 5 subs, try VAR, try this, try different things. With the game.
Sorry, I disagree with you there wholeheartedly. Like, they've tried innovations to the game with VAR. Look at how badly that turned out. Like, if you can't sort out VAR, which, by the way, is not that hard when you actually get down to it, like, I don't trust you to make changes to the game. So don't mess with the new Champions League format. Like, don't mess and create a new Champions League format. Leave the old format, because you can't even get something like VAR right.
I'll accept that. I'll accept that logic. I don't mind that. I'm just saying I don't mind if you're innovating on the sport. I don't see why you need to innovate on the actual tournament. It's a branding exercise. It's a marketing exercise. It's just there to milk more money.
Well, I feel the same about that. I do feel that the Champions League should expand to more teams. More of the smaller leagues should be allowed chances in the Champions League. They should be allowed chances to win it. But the way that they've gone about it, I don't think that they're doing right for football. Let us know what you guys...
I agree.
Let us know what you guys think in the comments below. If you like our video, like and subscribe. And we'll see you guys next time.